Have you ever heard that rule I before E except after C for learning how to spell things in English? If you have, you probably know it's like actually useless. Like weird, science, feisty neighbors, what are we even talking about? But where does it even come from? Like if it barely even works, why do we even say it? So this rule has actually been around in various forms since the 1800s. It's been included in a bunch of different English teaching guides with a bunch of different phrasings, so it's kind of hard to say who originally came up with it. But it was often qualified in one way or another, like I before E except after C, or when sounding like A as in neighbor and way. Alright, my bad, so you just need to memorize an entire poem to figure out where to put these letters, I guess. Except for the fact that this poem also doesn't work. What is going on with English? So as you may know, English has been influenced substantially by French throughout its history. In particular, a dialect of Norman French was used in law, trade, and among the royalty and upper class in England for centuries. As such, it's had a profound impact on English vocabulary and spelling. Now here's where things get interesting. In words that were loaned into English from French, IE usually made an E sound, whereas EI usually made an A sound. This spelling was eventually extended to words that didn't come from French but still had that E sound. Now E and E might sound very similar to you, and if that's the case, great news, because they were merged into the same vowel during the Great Vowel Shift. During that process, E became E, and E became E, which also became E. So that meant that receive, believe, field, meet, and eat were all of a sudden pronounced with the same vowel. So not only did IE and EI not really convey any meaningful information about how something was pronounced anymore, to complicate matters further, this is before the time that English spelling was at all standardized, so a lot of times people would just use whichever one they felt like. And now you kind of just have to figure it out. Thankfully, there's plenty of helpful rules that kind of sort of work half the time to help you out. That's all I've got for today, but let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about. Maybe listen to my 2 new songs if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching and have a nice day.